Hello, everybody. This is Crypto Rookies. Once again, this is session 8. It's a pleasure to meet you again, Jane.
Yeah, so happy to be back.
Yeah, you're ready to dig deep on the portfolio?
Yeah, totally. Exactly.
All right. So I put a little bit of different kind of a piece of data to drive our decision making, but I put a few tokens like we discussed last time, a bit Tensor, there's Injective, Say, Caspa, Solana. And then in some case, I identified some projects that are on specific chains, like Rollbit is on Solana. Ethereum, there's Base Game, Aave that I'm both interested in and belong there. There's Toncoin, there's Binance, CDFI is on Binance, and then there's Bitcoin. So those would be my choice at the moment, but I'll add more. It's just that right now I was focused a little bit more on selecting the layer ones that are of interest. And I put what narrative that I think is important that will grow with it. For example, decentralized AI, there's TradeFi and DeFi, some store of value and decentralized operating system. Gamble, there's peer-to-peer lending. It's more like DeFi to a certain extent. This. And then, yeah, GameFi. So that would be the what I'm looking at. I put the current price when I did the spreadsheet today, the market cap in circulation, and the fully diluted valuation. And then I put also a note if it's SEC compliant or not. And because I think SEC compliant token will perform better. And then I put what I believe could be a potential fully diluted market cap during the peak of the bull run. And then I calculated what is the growth rate from the current market cap to the fully diluted. And then we'll revise the allocation part, but I would want to allocate most of the money and how it would be allocated. And then let's say that we invest $20,000, how is that spread across the investment? But the portfolio is not finished, so the percentage of allocation and the initial allocation will change over time. But so that's about it. And then I put if the potential fully diluted valuation come to be true, how much that investment would be worth, and then what is the total value of that $20,000 in a year and a half would be basically $500,000. That is not considering leverage or other fancy stuff that we'll probably do, but that's basically just the base portfolio at the moment.
But that's not really within the year. It might be some of the projects might take longer, right?
Yeah, but if we expect that there will be a downturn on the crypto market after mid 2025, it doesn't matter if the project is good or not, everything will go down. So
Yeah.
So I think at that point, the thing for like if you see here the allocation that I put to Bitcoin, only 5%, which is not standard. Typically, a lot of people are more heavy on Bitcoin and Ethereum and much smaller percentage of allocation on more high risk stuff. But in this case, because we're early in the bull run, I think you'll get just more return banking on a project that has much higher potential of return than Bitcoin. So this is how and I think as we progress deeper in the bull run, then I will probably reallocate, take profit from the high risk stuff and move it into Bitcoin, for example. Okay, so those are the projects that I have here. In your case, is there other project that you would want to add to that list that we should consider?
Yeah, so I do agree that I found Rollbits quite
Interesting.
like on top of the Gamify. So
Yeah.
I think that should be, I've read lots of reviews about that one. I also went for, I think
What
it's
I'll do
called
is,
DSOP.
okay, before we go to the others, let's input the data. This way people can get familiar with the Excel sheet. So I go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, it doesn't really matter, but and I noticed while this is loading, I noticed there was one mistake on CoinGecko regarding the fully diluted market cap of BitTensor was incorrect. It's because it's probably just a glitch in the calculation, but it turned out that BitTensor has a fully diluted market cap of like 6.7 billion. So that means that it's not a 40x or 50x like I thought because of this. It's still potentially really high return compared to what I think, but not as
Mhm.
much as I was originally thought. So as you can see on Rollbit, 1463, let's put that in. And the total uh, amount of the max supply of the token is 5 billion. So I put here 5 billion times the price. You have to remove those formatting problem. So 731.
That's quite a good potential, no?
Yeah. Here again, there's a mistake on Kangaroo. It shows that it's supposed to be this, but currently the amount of token in circulation is not equal to the max supply. So I don't the thing the confusion is here, the total supply, the max supply. I think the max supply is probably true. And unless they burned some token, we will have to maybe look deeper about that. But it's possible that the market cap in circulation is the same as the fully diluted market cap if they burned like about 1 billion token from the max supply. So we will have to check deeper if it's true that there's that potential or not, because this is not on the correct number, maybe. So So that's the market cap in circulation. Okay. Now, there's never been a crypto casino in the past that grew big. So as you can see, this is the first cycle because the last crypto crash was in 2021.
Mhm.
So we've never seen a crypto casino that was part of a bull market as far as I know. Or maybe just I just don't know about it. But so this one, the peak was at all-time high, was at 26 cents. So if you multiply 26 cents and then by, I think that's, we would have to find out if it's 5 billion or 3 billion. But assuming it's the 3 billion, so we're talking about $790 million. I would say that the project that grew to $30 billion, like tons of meme coins go to 30 billion. So I would not be surprised that this can go deep in the billions of dollars.
Mhm.
I guess I would say 10 billion might be a potential or a fully diluted market cap at the peak of the bull run. Let's go with that for now. I think we've never seen a precedent like that, so it's hard to decide. But to me, that's more valuable than a meme coin. So if a meme
Yeah.
coin can achieve 30 billion, I would say it's
Mhm.
possible that this grew to a 10 billion. In which case, then yeah, that's like 1,000% growth from here. So it still has plenty of room to grow. And the other crypto casino is base game, much smaller market cap in circulation, just $20 million. So I put this one that could go to about 1 billion because this one has, yeah, it's a lot bigger than 20 million. So I think this has the potential to grow faster than Rollbit, but maybe
Mm.
Rollbit got to where they are because they can execute better. So that doesn't mean base game will succeed, and it's possible they could do like a rug pull or a scam. So this is why I didn't put too large of an allocation because I'm not sure I can trust them yet. Rollbit, because they are already pretty big, if they didn't scam already, then I would say that it's safer to allocate money. And if it's 1,000% return, I'd be happy to put probably 10%. But like we would have to make sure that we don't uh, put too much. So we'll see how much we put there, but we'll redecide that later on. And what is the other project that you would feel interested?
Yeah, so I found one. It's called DISO. It's decentralized social like blockchain built for like social media. So it was quite interesting for me as well.
The soul like
Oh,
that?
without L, just DISO.
Like that.
It should be without L, as I remember that one.
Okay, so let's see when they launched. There's a big difference. Yeah. Okay, so they launched and then they launched pretty much at the peak of the last bull run. And then yeah, it was downhill from there. But their all-time high was at like $200. So we're looking at uh, yeah, they peaked at about 2.1 billion of fully diluted market cap at the all-time high, and then they went downhill from there. So it's pretty much a 10x. That means if they go back to their all-time high,
Yeah.
we would have to look at the tokenomics a bit. Do you see my screen being on token unlocks at the moment, by the way?
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
So I don't know if that token will be listed there.
I think it was
Yeah, it's not. So then we would have to look at the white paper or something like that to dig deeper. Yeah, if it goes back to their all-time high, it's at the next. But then
10x.
this bull run, in theory, will be bigger than the last one. So that depends if this project will do better than the last cycle. Maybe there's new competitors that will be able to acquire market share because some people lost 86% of their money. So if the token price start to go up, some people may want to just take profit and just go elsewhere because they are unhappy with what their investment has been so far. So that's a problem. There's baggage here compared to other projects that are new. So that's the challenge. If we find other projects that are competing with them but don't have that baggage, that they may outperform. But definitely worth looking into. So I'll add it on the list. I'll put it a little bit behind. And then what else do you have on
Yeah, then I found it's like an altcoin which is called ICP. It's a cloud infrastructure project.
Internet Computer? Yeah, yeah. That one was really, really big last bull run. And they had a pretty big pump this week. They pretty much doubled. Yeah, I think they went from
Mm.
0.5 to almost 12. They almost doubled in a week. They went back a little bit down, but I'm pretty familiar with them. What's interesting about this that nobody else has is that when you build a crypto project, it's the decentralized database that is decentralized. But when you have a front end that interact with users, like on a website or a mobile,
Exactly.
it's an internet computer. Everything can run on chain, the front end as well. There's no other project that have that as far as I know. So that's interesting for that. And I think if you look at the last bull run, they were extremely valued. It's
Yes.
$700. I think they launched at a massive valuation. I don't know if it was warranted that much at that point in time. 357 billion.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
357 billion. Uh,
It's huge.
That is like Ethereum level valuation. I think when they launched it was just too much, to be honest.
But don't you think they might go back with a bull run?
It's hard to know because Ethereum has like a very huge chunk of the
Mm,
market in terms of market share. Solana is growing pretty fast. And Solana right now, because ICP has a 4.5 billion market cap. Solana. Solana, I think, is around 40 billion, if I recall. But the thing, I'm not convinced they can go back to their all-time high this cycle.
mm,
But I think they will still grow and do well because they are pretty unique in that regard. Yeah, it's like 50 billion currently on Solana. So ICP can, I'm sure, can go to probably 50 billion at least this bull cycle.
mhm.
So that would mean that it's basically a 10x from here. So, yeah, I think it's totally achievable. And yeah, I like them. They're really kind of active in some community. Like for example, in Bali, they are very active in some other part of the world. So yeah, I'll put them on the list to dig deeper. It's just that there's so many layer ones. At some point, you have to pick your battle. And
Yeah, for sure.
uh,
There's also I found the like a technology solution to layer zero, which is called Axelar.
yeah, yeah, I hear
Read
about.
about that was an interesting one as well.
And what exactly do they do?
Like they bring like technology solution, right, to layer zero. It's like a cross chain, you know,
Okay, and it's not layer zero, but it's something similar.
kind of. Yeah,
Okay. I'll just add it on the list and we can dig deeper. And we would have to,
yeah.
Layer Zero doesn't have a token that our launch. They are expecting maybe to do airdrop soon. But who else? There's Wormhole. I don't know if they have a token. I think they might not. Uh, I think we would have to find if there's competitors to that currently on the market or not, and how does it compare in terms of market cap? And then what else?
Then also it's called ZK Sync, the layer two, because what I've seen that the token is not live yet, so
Okay.
it should come out maybe like
Yeah.
next year.
So that's here I didn't add this, but we're gonna put some stable coin into this, and I would like to keep at least 10% so that we can invest in some of the project that will be launching in the next little while. If we don't do that, then we would have to take profit on some of the token and then relocate to the newcomers because that's the thing. As the bull market progress, token that
Mhm.
launch deep in the cycle can climb extremely fast. Sometimes it happens. I've seen project reaching from zero, or not zero, but like let's say $10 million market cap to 2 billion market cap in a month or two. So that's what happened when things get crazy in the bull run. So we need to have some stable coin on the side to allocate in some project that are really all right. And what else?
And then I'm sure you heard about that one, Polygon.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was on my list here, Polygon.
Yeah, true. The layer two. I see now. And then the one it's called Injective.
Yeah, so Injective is here right there. I already analyzed it. I would believe
It's a good
Injective has a chance to reach 200 billion market cap, and right now it's at 4 billion. So to me, that's potentially one of the highest potential growth this cycle. They were in the last cycle, but they launched like really close to the final stage of the bull run last time. And if you look at their chart, they survived. And right now the all-time high is higher than the last bull run. So this is
Mhm,
why I think there's nobody that kind of lost money at this point, basically. So that means that nobody will take profit and say, okay, that's enough. I'm done with this. I'm going elsewhere. So it's not going to happen because nobody has lost money, basically, at this current point in time. So they are not underwater. So as you can see. So they launched, they
mhm,
peaked, and then they crashed. But the crash was not that bad. And now they've gone scaling like really rapidly. There's very few projects that are competing with that. Their Say is one of them. And I think Say right now has, I think the market cap in circulation is smaller. And yeah, I
mhm,
think they are kind of comparable. Personally, I have a slight preference right now for Injective, but Say is really interesting too. Injective, what's interesting is that it's a layer one blockchain, but it's specific for financial application. Say is specific to trading, which is a subset of the finance industry. So I think there might be a bit larger ecosystem for Injective, but it's not impossible that people who are not about trading still want to use Say for financial application because of what
mhm,
it that they build. So I think they are both competing on the same kind of a ecosystem, or like niche, sorry. And Injective, what's interesting, and I haven't seen Say because I didn't dig deeper enough, but the layer one is built for a financial application, but it's built in the layer one itself that they have an order book system. So if you're like for example, crypto.com or Binance or any kind of crypto exchange, you want to use Injective or Say to build your exchange because centralized exchange are losing grounds and then decentralized exchange are gaining grounds. So a lot of exchange will be using those technology to handle the order book system so that they don't have to code this themselves. So that's really
mhm.
interesting, basically. I'm
And
actually,
have
building.
Have you heard about Neutron?
Yeah,
That's
but
their one as well.
yeah, but Tron, for me, they are competing with Ethereum. They are just faster. They're competing. They don't have something that really differentiates them compared to a layer one like BitTensor or Injective. So I would personally focus on the narrative that are very specific, as opposed to trying to compete with Solana and Ethereum heads on. And Tron has been there for a long time. So, and in the Asian kind of countries, Tron has a lot of market adoption. I think they'll do well, but I don't have much of an interest to specifically target Tron specifically. I think there's better choice out there for something that brings something new to the table that was not there previously. Yeah.
And how about the optimism?
Yeah, I think if you have Polygon, then you have
Mhm.
Optimism and Arbitrum. All three
Oh,
are good. It's just Optimism and Arbitrum are kind of newer. And if you look on token unlock,
because for the optimism, I heard that unlock already happened.
yeah, all of it. Okay, that I was not aware of.
I think.
At last I checked, it was really bad. Yeah, no, it's not. Ah, okay, the big chunk is basically right now. It happened yesterday. Oh,
Oh, it happened yesterday. No way.
or today we're let's see. Let's see what happened to the price. In theory, it should have started to crash maybe if 20 days ago or something like that. Interesting. And I think Arbitrum and I think Polygon, Arbitrum and Optimism are all kind of layers too of Ethereum. So they are,
Mhm.
yeah, so they manage their unlock correctly because they probably had a large amount of stablecoin as reserve and then they used it to pump the price and prevent the collapse. And then this mean that there was no panic selling and people just
Mhm.
cashing out massive amount. But you see the trading volume. Yeah. I think the unlock was supposed to be here basically. So there was kind of a dip, but it was not major and they recovered. So yeah, that's good for them. After that, yeah, there's some unlock going on, but yeah, I think they will be able to survive that at this point.
But don't you think there will be like a next unlock as well?
Is this gonna be what?
Yeah, I mean, just for them, are they gonna make another unlock again for the 2024?
But you see on the graph here that they have a linear vesting that is occurring. So
Yeah,
it's keep happening. But if they survive the massive like unlock here, I think it's relatively safe to say that they should be able to survive that. All right. So I think we can keep it to that for today. And then next week we can go deeper on some more. But I think we have enough layer one to
yeah.
interested. And I can share the like a copy of this Excel sheet so that people can play with it. And then we can suggest if anybody want to comment what other token they would feel that should be part of that portfolio. And yeah, we'll go from there. So we'll see you next week then.
All right. Thank you, Patrick.
It's a pleasure. Have a good night.
Thank you.